Dave has not made it back to a break.
I was just shouting, Dave, get your ass back in here,
because I want to talk with people out in the hallway and smoke cigarettes.
I want to have dead air on the radio.
It happens. Screw you guys.
You know, it happens every week.
Every break.
This is
the IT and the D show.
Welcome back.
We're sitting here in the Roberts
where we all love each other and things are just friggin' great.
We are sitting here in the Robert E. X studios.
Catch us on
beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan.
We're snowing.
It is snow.
You know exactly. Go home, November. You're drunk.
You know how I knew
exactly.
You know how I knew it was snowing? 4,700 people on my Facebook. It's snowing. Like no.
What was that Facebook meme you put on there about the Futurama?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if it's actually snow falling from the sky or little millions of alien parasites that are just eating the one part of your brain that controls driving ability.
People forget how to drive on the first snow, on the first rain, first fog, whatever it is. People forget how to drive.
How long have you been living here?
It's Michigan, for crying out loud.
I wanted to put on Facebook today, like, oh my God, it's snowing and it's Monday and it's 5:30.
There's a flake.
And there's a McDonald's on the corner, and like, oh my God, there's someone we know from my kid's school, one of the moms, and she loves Disney, and that's cool. But
so not we,
right? No, me.
You. And thanks for calling, Bob. Go ahead, tell the story.
The most feed coverage I've ever had in my life. Like every second of every step of her Disney vacation is being chronicled on a Facebook post.
A buddy of mine did the same.
Look at me that you're not here.
I have to give you all the credit in the world because you didn't do that when you took the kids. It was like literally like there was one day and then a day off and then another day, and you were like, here's the obligatory one picture of the girls with the princesses. Here's the obligatory look, my kids are happy with my wife at Disney World, and I'm out.
That's because he wasn't coherent. He was hanging out in the German beer garden.
But I can't see how it's changed. I can't see how she's so worried about chronicling it that she's not enjoying it.
Right. Yeah. If you're too busy taking a picture, just enjoy the moment.
Like I was like, well,
you know what though? That's not necessarily true because like when we did the whole Hawaii honeymoon 2 weeks thing, and like literally I came back with 1,600 pictures.
Well, you're doing it wrong. But you're doing it wrong.
But I don't think it wasn't a lack of enjoyment at all. I mean, and don't get me wrong, a lot of those were like random.
How many of those are you actually going to keep 20 years from now?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was
0.
Well, there were 1 or 2 of them.
No, you know what?
And the website for that is...
You know what she should do next time, honestly, is get one of those Go cameras and mount it to her head and just walk around the whole time with it on.
I actually just saw a very cool story with the guy that created the Go camera.
Is there a POV site for that?
HerShe knows about that.
HerShe wants to start that.
We'll set that up later.
Right. No, so there was the guy that invented the Go camera. I mean, his whole thing, and it's funny because he looks like, late 20s, early 30s, just like fun guy. And he said, that he invented this first prototype because he would go to a local like racetrack like MIS, and he would want to like rent the cars, and they'd want to charge you like an extra $100 to rent the video. And he's like, so I went and found these parts and I cobbled them together, and so they said, hey, do you want to rent the camera? I'm like, no, I built one. I'm going to go ahead and mount it myself. Life's good. And it took better quality video than the one they were renting out. And it's like everybody in his class was like, how do we get him? And that was like the start of his business. And now they're like huge. Like, I mean, they are the action footage camera for, just about anybody that does anything, whether it's skydiving.
I have an idea for XICW, by the way. Mount it to the referees' heads for in-ring footage. I think would be awesome.
Make them wear like a miner's helmet with a camera.
Yes.
I'm sure Rick would love that.
They probably need a miner's helmet, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway,
right. So
speaking of gadgets,
right. No, but we were kind of like talking a little bit about the whole net neutrality thing going back and forth, where that may be going away here pretty shortly. But the story that made me think of it was, so Amazon is now paying the USPS for Sunday delivery of their products. So for those,
why didn't they just go to FedEx or UPS?
Probably because the postal service was cheaper.
Service needs money.
That too.
It was a was a
better
good
deal.
contract for them.
Yeah, so I mean, for those that don't know, net neutrality is the concept where all of these carriers that are out there, whether it's Verizon, Comcast, whoever else,
AT&T.
yeah, they can't discriminate against certain traffic. Like, so if you're sitting at home and you're on your Comcast connection, they can't make it harder for you to get to Hulu.com, which you're streaming videos from instead of using Comcast cable service.
This comes up because what was the stat? And this is a bad story, Jeff, because I can't remember the actual source of this reference, but the Netflix subscribers that they're pulling in like 30% of internet traffic to people's homes between the hours of like 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. is all Netflix. Streaming.
Well, and why wouldn't you? I mean, you've got more and more people that are looking to cut the cord and get away from, the expense of the cable service providers, because it seems like every time you turn around, your cable bill goes up for the same, if not crappier level of service, and you have to bundle a ridiculous amount of channels that you don't want. I'm sorry, I don't need to look through my TiVo guide, and see, Sábado Gigante Internacional every,
you know what drives me nuts? I mean, just going on a minor tangent about cable companies, why do they offer me the standard definition channel of the HD version of the channel that I want to watch anyways? That drives me nuts.
Not only that, but
like if my TV...
Wait, what? So who do you have for your provider?
A Charter.
Okay, so now Comcast now not only has standard def, high def,
super high def,
ultra high def.
Yeah, it's ultra,
so now
super, whatever.
So yeah, like channel. So like Fox is now.
So you've got
channel
222,
234, and 1002.
3D's dead though.
Thank God.
Well, 3D was a fad that lasted about 6 months. That's ridiculous. No, I'm talking about the cable.
Yeah.
But if my TV and my internet service provider and my HD TiVo can all handle the high def channels, don't even bother showing me on my guide all the standard definition channels. It's freaking. I mean, I understand this is a first world problem, really, but
I gotta punch 1002 to start my TV.
Exactly.
I have to hit 4 digits to get to the channel I want instead of just one.
Exactly.
Just don't go to those channels.
I got carpal tunnel syndrome on my thumb because I had to scroll through the page down too long.
Speaking of that, at the hospital all weekend, there's like no guide, and you have to go channel up.
Oh, yeah. Talk about first world problems.
Up.
Yeah.
And you don't know what channel it is.
Wasn't there a
I felt like being at my uncle's house in the 80s, like up. Like, what channel is this?
Or your parents' house in the 70s. Hey, son, go turn the channel for me.
That's right. When we were the remote control.
Right. Exactly.
No, I always tell the story. My uncle had the first remote control, but it was like that clicker box that
it was about the size of your forearm.
No, but it sparked. Like if you looked into it,
yes, yeah,
and it would only go up channel,
it actually
up
had
volume.
A transistor in it.
So the volume would go all the way up if you wanted to turn it down. Like, it was so stupid.
Yeah,
Can we do that again?
Thank God for technology.
Right, yeah. It keeps getting better, more complicated.
Right.
Kind of like
complicated.
kind of like our relationships as we get older in life.
That's such a white wine, though, Jeff. Like, I just want to push 2. I don't want to push 1002.
That's why I said it was a first world problem.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And
I qualified the complaint.
Russ is in Ethiopia. They're begging for running water. And you're like, well,
I have too many cable channels.
Exactly.
We don't all have Marines guarding our front door.
Right. Well, no, actually, talk about first world problems, although I guess this would be a second or third world problem. So he said, one of the things they have is everything they deal with in Ethiopia, it's all local currency. Like he can't carry around dollars. But the exchange rate is so ridiculous is that, so when these guys, walk in and cash their paychecks, they're walking out with, 10, 12, 15-inch stacks of bills.
They gave him a penny, right?
Right, and then they have to deal with that the whole time. But no, so I mean, getting back to the whole post office thing, I mean, is that a good idea? To let am I what's the ripple effect of this deal? Am I now going to be getting like Amazon flyers in my mail the way I do in my email?
The way I understood it is you're just going to get Sunday delivery if you order something. It's not going to affect everyone. I mean, if you're not shopping at Amazon, you're not even going to. So
we're not going to know. We're not going to start seeing this mail brought to you by Amazon.com or anything.
The problem is
that's not how I read.
The problem with Amazon Prime right now, everybody's ordering just like a jar of peanut butter on Amazon. It's like if you don't get
Amazon hasn't made a profit ever. So
have it? I don't know. I don't know their financials. Are you serious?
Serious.
Oh. Yeah. I'm surprised now with like video distribution and like Amazon Prime that they're not making, it's kind of like Costco with the membership thing.
Well,
like,
right,
that's
no,
we had
that's
talked
it.
about this. I mean, one of the dumb things about, Amazon's got this huge instant video library, and it's awesome as long as you're sitting on your laptop.
There's no way to see it on my. Yeah.
Well, no, you
No,
can.
I can watch it, Amazon Instant on my iPhone.
But I
don't wanna watch it on my
your
iPhone.
TiVo. You can't.
Oh, right,
You
yeah, we
can't
talked
browse
about
it.
that last
Yeah,
week.
you
That's
can't
right.
browse it the same way that you can, which is just dumb. Because
Right.
if I'm on the website or I'm on my phone or whatever, I can say, send that to my TiVo, and it's there. But I can't browse from my
You can't
TiVo
browse,
out to
right.
the Amazon
Like you
Prime
can with
membership and do your
Netflix.
thing.
Right.
Just not a good integration. But I mean, it is what it is. So
This whole show is all about first world problems.
Right, and speaking of first world problems, let's dive into Star Wars. The next movie is not opening on Memorial Day. What the hell?
Yep. Because it's all about the merchandising. They want to sell.
That's right, it's
they
the
want to sell
merchandising.
Christmas toys.
Yeah, so there can't be
Why do you care when it comes out? Just watch the damn
because
movie.
it's tradition.
It's May 25th.
Definition, a custom. Yeah,
It's always been May 25th. It's gotta be
it's
May
always
25th.
been Memorial Day weekend. Dude, we went to the premieres of the.
We were
of
there
the last
ago.
night.
You were there with Dave and I making fun of the Star Wars people.
We were.
Yes,
we were.
Yeah, paying the kids $20 to save our seats as the grown-ups.
That's right. We did do that, didn't we? We totally did that. We showed up early, paid $20.
Well, no. So
bucks.
was it? I think it was the third. So when episode 3 was coming
episode
out,
3.
I had
was
bought the
so
tickets for
awesome.
the midnight premiere, and I went to go pick them up at over lunch, and so they
What were
already
you dressed up as?
No,
No,
that was not us. That's the point.
No,
Yeah, we're geeks. We're not nerds.
Sure.
yeah,
Oh, excuse me.
no, we were at the.
Oh, there's a hierarchy.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, geeks, nerds, dorks, dweebs.
No, we were at the bar and it was like 9 o'clock and we're like, dude, we should walk over to the. we should
No,
walk
so
over to the
I went
theater.
there at lunch and went to go pick up the tickets and saw there was already the red
There was
velvet
a
ropes
line.
and all that stuff. And I shoot these guys an email because the game plan was we were going to meet at my house, sit and drink in my basement, until 11:50, and then go hit the theater
for a midnight show.
Right, and then I'm like, hey guys, they said the theaters are opening at 6 o'clock, so for
the
a midnight show,
right?
So kind of throws a monkey wrench in our game plan. So we meet at Champs, which was in the parking lot of the theater
It's
we were going
literally
to.
a
And
30-second walk away.
Yeah, and we have a couple drinks, and then I'm like, you know what, we ought to go at least scope things out and see what's going on. So we walk over, and we find our seats, and life's good. And I'm like, look, we can't sit here for 5 hours.
Yeah, it was like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So there was this group of teenagers in the row in front of us, and they were they had all brought their notebooks and they were doing their homework and stuff.
It was literally the whole quintessential joke from Conan.
Oh yeah, so I leaned over and I'm like, okay, kids, look, I got a proposition for you, and they were like, what's up?
You want to make a quick 20?
Right, I'm like, so
The hard way.
The hard way.
I'm like, so you guys move back. Some of you move back here. And you make sure that our seats are waiting for us because the grown-ups are going to go drink more.
Oh my god!
And when we come back, we'll give
story.
you
This
$20.
actually happened. Yep.
And they were like, dude, what kid was up and out of his seat, waiting for me to get the hell out of my seat.
Right.
In 2 seconds, and they were like, all right.
They were throwing jackets down on my seat. Yeah.
So we walked back across the parking lot and went to Champs, drank for another 4 hours, came back, showed our tickets.
No,
walked
we
back.
kept doing the insult the comic dog line.
Well, no, so
which one of these buttons pushes your mother?
yeah, exactly. So we get back at 11:30, and they, we walk in. I'm like, "Hey guys," and they were like, "Cool." Now, hey, $20. Here you go. Thanks, man. And we were we've got a nice healthy buzz going on.
Yeah, that was actually the best way to tolerate that movie.
Oh yeah, it really was. So and then of course 2 minutes later, to your point, the guy in the full blown head to toe authentic Darth Vader episode.
Oh my goodness.
So of course we start playing we're doing the whole Triumph the insult dog. Which one of these buttons calls your mother to come pick you up? Which one of these do I push to get a margarita?
How do we not get
all these guys here that have no idea how to please a woman?
That's right.
How did we not get
So, we found
kicked out of that theater?
Yeah, we found the one girl in the theater. Yes, you have your veritable pick of men who have no idea how to please
Speaking
you.
of speaking of standing in line, I saw a meme today. There are not idiots out of Best Buy in tents out front. Is there now?
Yeah, I was going to say. I
that
saw you
going on
post
right
that.
now?
Oh yeah.
There are today. There's
There are
people
already people camped out in Best Buy.
Oh my God, Sherry from last year we talked about going around.
Oh yeah, she said you totally wussed out on her.
I did. I didn't want to get up at 5 in the morning. I wanted to go with the air horn from college from high school football and just and wake everybody up.
So the thing was, we posted a thing out on the IT and the D Facebook page, which we have covered none of this. So our phone number is 313-462-0107.
Nobody's going to call.
Nobody's going to call.
Yeah,
you can find us on
except for
Twitter.
Russ.
Right, and we can find us on Twitter at IT and the D.
No one's gonna add us.
You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/IT&D.
Some people like us.
Yeah, some do, some don't. It's
All two
it's
of
like
your
high school.
listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're up to like 16.
Our veritable,
high school.
our tens of listeners.
Alaska's the last state that
Alaska
doesn't
is
listen.
our last holdout as of today.
Yeah, NORAD fell.
That's right. Yeah, Cheyenne Mountain
We
finally
have
stopped
Hawaii.
blocking us.
We
Yeah.
even have West Virginia listens to this show. No,
What was the line that I said at the bar?
Oh yeah, I can see them from my house. But no, so there, okay, so who wants to dress up in bear costumes and just